Whoa there. Is that naked in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? You know, I like my coffee just how I like my men. Dead with my breakfast. You know, if this felt out of place, please take note. We don't need to flirt with NPCs during mod reviews. Speaking of which, there's a new custom voice acted follower on the Nexus. Now, this follower has over 500 lines of voice dialogue, which is kind of insane, but before you download her, I recommend that you read the FAQ because it covers things like why she looks different in the pictures, why her audio might be a bit quieter, where her location is, etc. Now, I didn't read the FAQ, or anything other than just the front page, which said Temple of Miraak. Unfortunately, I saw 2 Temple of Miraaks on Solstein, so I kinda just went to both of them and wandered around a whole bunch, which would have been a waste of time, but I play with TGM on, so I'm immortal. Hear that, Dragger? Devour a penis. I can never die. Now, if you can't find her, or maybe you just don't want to go to Solstheim yet in your playthrough, you should have a spell called Call of the Abyss, which will summon her to you. Use it just like a shout.
I have seen your approach, traveler. When first you set foot beyond that misty gate, and drifted upon the shores of time and fate, I saw and I knew. Yet let this trouble us not, as we converse like any true mortals would.
Now, as you probably just noticed from that clip, this follower has kinda unique mannerisms. Not only are they very cryptic, but they also allude or foreshadow things that might happen later on, which I personally enjoy because for the most part I'm generally disinterested, but I find myself paying attention to whatever they're saying because I'm kind of trying to piece together what's happening. But I'm going to play some clips that kind of highlight that later on, because right now I want to cover the fact that when you engage in combat, they begin to throw cards at people, which, unless you're my 3rd grade teacher, isn't normal. But hey, now you can play with a Gambit from the X-Men. And since this follower may remind you of one of your childhood superheroes, marrying them may or may not be a Gambit. I'm quite proud of that. Anyways, the cards that they throw out are based on Skyrim cards, some are hand-graven, some of them are other various creatures, and they're just kinda cool. Now, if you want to be able to throw cards at people, your follower can actually sell you the tome, because they sell things, which comes with its own perks. This allows me to finally realize my dream of being Seto Kaiba in Skyrim, in more ways than just throwing cards. My hand broke again. It's so authentic. Various hand injuries aside, this is a very in-depth mod, and I can't really do it justice. I can say this is what happens, or I can read you the mod author summary on the mod page, but it's just really something that you should read and experience for yourself, so I do recommend downloading it and kind of just giving it a go. And remember to endorse it, because a lot of effort went into this, and I'm going to leave you with some lines of dialogue.
I speak in songs and riddles, because they are always subjects to interpretation. I have fallen, and to speak pure truth would condemn all who hears it to the void itself. No, the only way to ensure my voice does not herald the end of the world is to become the edge of a blade between truth and lies, to hold neither on my tongue, yet both in my heart. I apologize. I can't help myself. Tell you what, if we would ever meet in a realm where we are both one, then I shall speak true and hold no other intent. Fair enough? The next you awaken from the darkest dream and know the light of day. Alright, you got me. A lost strawberry pie. First when I wandered the shores of summer's end. For this was but the start, a new plant born from the tears of peace and dreams. I only put it to good use.